Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, I meant to post this video yesterday, but I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Yesterday, I was reading an article on the roots about actor Lakeith Stanfield. He's an African American actor. He plays on the television show Atlanta. This brother was talking about how a black male driver was taking him from point A to point B on a set. I think it was on the set of a television show or something like that. But as he was driving, this actor, the driver, who was an African American man, said that black women are the hardest group of women to deal with. He said that the black woman is the most effed up version of a woman. And in response to that, actor Lakeith basically said that black women have been through more than any other group of women or any other group of people. And because of that, that has empowered them to be better people. Also, he mentioned that because of that experience, black women can understand difficulty, they can understand struggle, and they can relate to a man, to a black man in particular. I'm paraphrasing. In the description box, I'll include a link so that you can read it for yourself. But I wanted to take some time to talk about this. When people say that black women are the hardest group of women to work with, I think they say that because what they're doing is they're making generalizations. Because of their past relationship problems with some black women, they assume that that's the case with most black women. They assume that most black women will give them a hard time based on their limited experience. And that's a classic example of making a generalization. And I think that what people need to do instead of making generalizations about black women, they need to make better dating choices. They need to look at themselves. They need to look at the man in the mirror and ask themselves, why are they picking certain types of women to date? They need to look at their mistakes in their choices. And too often people aren't willing to do that. And too often people rush into relationships before they even get to know somebody. And then after rushing into the relationship, they complain about the person's character and all that kind of stuff. First of all, you should get to know somebody and know their character before you get involved in a relationship with them. That's what needs to happen instead of someone not doing their due diligence and then after the fact making generalizations about a whole race of women. The fact of the matter is, you have women in all races that have problems and issues. And, it's up to, the black man or the person who's dating to make better choices. That's the bottom line. And, so I think that that's the point, that it's about the choices that we make instead of making, generalizations about a whole race of people. Because again, there are problems within any race of people, and running to another race is not going to solve your relationship problems. I mean, many of these men that want to rush into relationship with other races of people, try to escape from black women, they end up in relationships that have problems as well with these other races of people. So that's the first point that I wanted to make. The second point is this: I want to commend this brother for actually speaking up and defending black women. And one point that forgot to mention is this: he said that these types of men who are misogynistic are bitch ass niggas. That's how he described them at the end of his video. And even though I don't use the N word, I get his point because they are, they're weak men and they should be called out. And I'm glad this brother did so. And as you all know, I do plenty of videos where I'm speaking out against celebrities who say derogatory things about black women. So I think that it's time for us to celebrate those brothers who uplift and defend black women. So you'll probably see more videos like this on my channel where I show examples of black men defending black women, standing up for black women. The thing is, That should be so common. It should be so common that black men defend, protect, and love black women that it shouldn't be any kind of big deal. It should be to the point where that's normal, where that's what the majority of black men do. Majority of public figures should do. I mean, it should reach that kind of point, to the point where it's no big deal, where it's just the normal procedure, it's the normal uh, thing that exists. That's the way it should be. But now, because of this environment in which we live, it is not the norm. More often than not, the norm is for these black celebrities to not only date and marry outside of their race, but it is also the norm for them to insult black women. There are countless examples of black celebrities insulting black women. That is popular. It's popular here on YouTube to do so. If you look for videos on black women, most of the videos on black women will be negative videos. Most of them will be videos where black men are calling black women all kinds of names, where black men are making stereotypical statements about black women. And you will have some videos that uplift black women, but those videos are in the minority. And that should change. I mean, there should be a point where these negative videos are a minority and the positive ones are the majority. And we have to be a part of creating that kind of change. See, because, as Malcolm X has said, the black woman is the least protected and respected member of society. Um, it's up to us to protect the woman, to love the woman, and to respect the woman. That's what we have to do. That's the role of any man in any society. You can't have a great civilization or a great community if you don't respect your women, if you don't uplift your women, if you don't defend your women and love your women. So yeah, I just wanted to shout this brother out, Lakeith Stanfield, for being positive, for defending the sisters, because we need more brothers to do that. Because again, I think his statement about black women is correct. They have been through more than a lot of people have been. Not only are they marginalized based on race, but they're marginalized based on their gender. And too often, brothers are the ones contributing to the oppression of black women.